is a Bramble Jam podcast.
It's April 27th, and that's a Tuesday last time I checked. Take the day off, everybody. Man, we did it there. It's the good stuff.
I made up a new dance. It's wiggle, wiggle up,
Wiggle, wiggle,
wiggle,
wiggle.
wiggle down,
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
and then push,
Wiggle, wiggle,
push,
push, push, push. Man, Tuesday's when we're at our best. I've said that for years.
Yes.
This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff, guys.
Yes. You're right. Dan, how are you?
I'm not as good as I was a few seconds ago, but I think I'm going to make it.
You're saying that me asking you how you...
Hey, you know what we need more of tonight? Shrek.
Oh, absolutely.
That bit crushed.
All right, Rick, you give me your Shrek.
Okay. Hey, Trace, you're a donkey.
Good one, good one.
Yeah.
I'll give you mine.
Okay.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
That's just you singing Smash Mouth.
Yeah, but tell me when you hear that song, you don't think of Shrek.
I don't think of Shrek personally because I knew the song before the movie came out.
How about this one? Accidentally in love.
Yeah. Oh, I don't need more.
Say you're the problem, baby. Something like that?
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. Dude, I think, and it could be just the fact that I'm out of shape and overweight, that these bar stools are going to break my tailbone.
What's wrong? Are you hurting?
Every time after sitting a few minutes, when I get up like this, it's intense. It's pretty good pain there.
You want to do this one standing?
I don't know if I want to do it standing or not. We'd be out of shot, man.
Hey, everybody.
It's just torso boy. Look how long his torso is, though. Get a good shot of that. I mean, that torso is a stretchy boy. Go close up me. Hey, everybody. It's just the Yankees hanging out.
All right, buddy.
Okay. Take the day off.
All right, here we go.
Let's just sit back.
All right, here we are. And we're down.
The pants were so popular for Monday that I brought them back.
Yeah, me too.
People were like,
We didn't
"Man,
talk about mine, but mine,
pants."
I got them off an army guy.
you got them off an army
Yeah,
guy.
I said, give me your pants.
You robbed a soldier from the armed forces, and you said, "Give me your pants."
I should clarify. When I say army, I meant a guy with arms.
Army
Yes.
is the guy with arms.
Yeah.
An army guy.
Yeah, sorry, that's on me. That you know the way that I talk. I add Y to things when I shouldn't. When I said army guy,
But normally you would just say an arm guy.
I would normally say an arm guy.
You know, an arm guy.
A guy
One of
with
those
arms.
Classic. I'm an arm guy.
If
You're an arm
you
guy.
would say, how would you say it? A guy with arms?
Yeah, you
or
just
an
say
army
a
guy.
I think it's implied that they have arms.
Okay, Dan.
Yeah,
let's,
you're right. It's 2021.
like have some.
Decorum.
I hope you get canceled for that.
I thought you were going to say, "I hope you get cancer," and I was like, "We just went very dark."
No, I
very
would never
quickly.
say that.
Yes,
An army guy.
I just kind of was like, "Whoa, man! It's early. It's early in the morning." Crowd's not even into it this morning.
Come on. There we go.
Everybody, let's go.
Okay.
Take the day. Take the day. Take the day off. Whoa! Come on now. It's not
Brought
appropriate.
tomatoes.
Put your pants back on. I don't even know.
Come on, army guy.
He's a leggy boy.
Yeah. At least he's not Army Hammer. Am I right, guys?
Oh, no kidding.
Boy, oh boy. Really excited for today. It's National Devil Dog Day.
Devil dog?
Devil Dog Day. I was talking to my dog, Ruru.
Ruru?
Ruru.
Ruru.
And he was like, oh, Ruru. And I was like, relax. And I noticed something on his little his collar.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the name on
Yeah.
it and phone number in case he gets out, which he gets out. I don't know how he does it. He
He's
gets
a
out
rascal.
every couple of weeks.
He's a
just
rascal.
out about
Yeah.
it. I think he's figured out how to open the gate, which is impressive. Anyways, on his collar was something I had never seen before. It's, you know, Rufus, phone number.
Yeah.
If you find them, bring them back
Yeah.
type thing. And then on the back, it just says Dan knows about National Devil Dog Day.
It's wild. You know what's even wilder is that you've found out that I know the history of a day from Joey before.
Really?
Yeah. But this is the first time
Well,
with
Rufus wanted to be included.
So Yeah, and he's had it on the collar the whole time, which is crazy.
Not as far as I know.
Yeah, this is a pretty straightforward history. Joey Bangers, to 1956, created a hot dog known as the Devil Dog. And this is the first ever food challenge. The Devil Dog was created with the maximum amount of hot peppers allowed in the dog, in the sauce, in the bun, everywhere. It was so spicy that if you just touched it, your hand would start to burn. And he had a contest, the Devil Dog Challenge, where you had to eat the Devil Dog and then not soil yourself for 12 hours. That was the contest. And so you would eat it, and then you'd be on the clock once you finished it. You could drink all the milk you wanted, but then you had to sit in a room and not soil yourself. And if you managed to not poop your pants, you got the hot dog for free. But if you did poop your pants, you were responsible for all the cleanup and everything. Did not last long. No one passed the Devil Dog Challenge, but they did come up with National Devil Dog Day. Back to you, Bran.
Do you know about the Devil Dog snack?
Devil Dog.
The Devil Dog.
Dog. Devil Dog.
Do you know about the Devil Dog snack?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like a I don't think Little Debbie made it, but it's like the two like chocolate cakes, vanilla inside of it. It's called a Devil Dog. Google that real quick.
It's a Little Debbie
If
cake.
you'll see it, you'll know it. But National Devil Dog Day was founded by Sean Alexander Sobel in 2017. When Sean was younger, you know the Devil Dogs, yeah? You remember those?
Devil Dogs.
When Sean was younger, his grandfather, Howard, would keep a cupboard full of Devil Dogs.
Oh, cupboard
And every
full.
time Sean visited, he would grab one, and one for him and one for his grandfather, and they would enjoy it together. This became a family tradition, and Sean wanted to share this tradition with others to celebrate those things that you see or eat or whatever it may be that reminds you of your grandparents.
I know we're going to get to the question after the break, but this story reminds me of my grandparents. My grandma, I would go over her house. It was my favorite thing in the world because we didn't have cable TV and I couldn't drink caffeine at home. And those are the two things that I did over there. But she had an entire cabinet filled with Nutty Bars, Swiss cake rolls, and fudge rounds. Yeah. And I could just have as many as I wanted. And one time I ate a whole box of Swiss cake rolls. And I was so sick and never ate Swiss cake rolls ever again. Like to this day, still turns my stomach to see a Swiss cake roll. I don't want any part of it. Mm-hmm. But that was what my grandma did.
Yeah.
But it was only Little Debbie brand. Very important. Little Debbie brand, she felt like that was the only good brand. Couldn't have a different brand. So I get it. I'm here for Devil Dog Day.
I have two. My grandma always used to have the Bazooka bubble gum with
Bazooka
the little
Joe.
Bazooka Joe with the little comic inside of it. So whenever I see those, I think of my grandma. But also my grandma would make popcorn in her little popcorn maker, and she would always put way too much butter on it.
No, that's not possible.
What, man. Man.
This is why you are what you are at the movie theater.
Yes, that's exactly right. And so it was just like a butter overload. You couldn't eat much because your stomach would hurt. And so that's also like if I get a really, really buttery glob of popcorn, I think of my grandma.
A buttery glob of popcorn.
Yeah, something live. We're going to take a quick break. We are going to talk about those treats, those activities that remind you of spending time with your grandparents. We're going to get sentimental. Here on Take the Day Off.
Devil Dog.
I don't need you to tell me.
You're not the one. I am.
Devil Dog.
Devil Dog.
Who do you think you are? I am.
It's a great bit.
What treat or activity reminds you of spending time with your grandparents? We already shared.
Yeah.
So let's take it to the spreadsheet. Dan.
Nicole Kaiser says molasses cookies with milk reminds me of my Grammy.
Molasses cookie.
Never heard of them, but I'm in.
What is a molasses cookie?
Some sort of cookie with syrup on it or made with molasses. I don't know. Boston Mike says my grandpa always ate Ritz crackers with margarine.
So like butter?
Yeah. And I thought it was disgusting. Gave it a try, and it's pretty good. So once in a while, I'll have a few just for a nostalgic walk down memory lane.
Well, it should it makes sense that I probably wouldn't do it texture wise, but Ritz crackers they're buttery. They're buttery.
Yeah.
So
you're butter on butter.
It's butter on butter. It's
Yeah.
butter every time. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, butter on butter every time. Jax just says pierogies. That's all she says. I assume that's it.
Thank you, Jax.
Thank you, Jax. Oddly enough,
Pierogies.
Ellie says, oddly enough, going to McDonald's and getting their ice cream cones. My grandma used to take my sisters and I all the time after school to get one. So that to me, that always makes me think of her. That's fantastic.
Pierogies.
Pierogies.
What do you think she was trying to get across there?
I don't know, but Kate says stacking Oreos and fishing. My grandparents were awesome. Kate, I went fishing with my grandfather a bunch. I still miss him to this day. That's a big memory for me. My grandmother also collected pennies. That was the big thing he did. He wouldn't he would buy me anything, but he wouldn't let me have a penny. He collected them his whole life. When he finally retired, he sat down, he rolled them all by hand. He had over $10,000 in pennies. And he bought a truck, started me a bank account, just the best.
Darnell says, watching Lawrence Welk and eating any desserts with my mom. My mom. Is that Darnell? Is that what you would call your grandma? His mom. It's my mom. Megan
Swain says, every time I hear Phil Collins, I think of going to his concert with my papa. I actually won tickets to his show at the Palace in Auburn Hills. Ooh. Fantastic.
Elizabeth says, setting up my Christmas village. Every year we would help my grandfather set up the train in the village around the base of their tree. And I guess I do that every year as well. I have a Christmas sign that just says Merry Christmas that was in my grandma's house growing up.
Really?
And it got handed down to me when she passed.
That's great. Jocelyn says going to the movie theater. My wife also has a lot of memories of going to the theater with her grandparents. My grandparents refused to go to the theater. I swear they didn't go in my entire life. They never went. They called the theater, they said that the theater was a gyp joint.
A gyp joint.
It's where you got ripped off of your money. Now, my grandma would take me to rent movies, but she would not take me to the theater. It's a gyp joint.
What is gyp? Like it gyps you off.
It gyps you off. That's a legitimate.
I love the term gyp joint.
Yeah, that was what they said. Theaters are a gyp joint.
It's a gyp joint.
I remember being at their house for Thanksgiving, and Toy Story 2 opened, and there was a local in Camden, South Carolina. They had a local theater, and we all decided we were going to go. Maybe it was after Christmas. It was during the holidays. We were going to go see Toy Story 2 at the local Camden theater, and my uncles went. My parents went.
Everyone went to Toy Story in the theater.
Everybody. And my grandma and grandpa, so their kids, all three kids, all of their kids, all were going to the theater, and they were like, no. It's a no from me. It's a gyp joint. I'm not going into the theater.
It's a gyp joint.
You're not taking my money. Sorry, not happening.
My first theater memory is Toy Story.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I was like 12. No, I was older than that. I think I was, yeah.
Michelle says four-wheeling, horseback riding, gardening, farming, or golfing.
Okay.
George Yates, my grandfather, was the best golf buddy I've ever had.
Oh, man.
He also taught me how to garden.
That's fantastic. I love it. Holly Fight, I'll end on this one, says, Jimmy Carter cake, the best dessert ever made by my grandmother. I don't know what that is.
You want to know something interesting? This reminds me, my grandma, every election night, would make a cake. And it was like a red, white, and blue cake.
Wow.
Everyone would come together for her election parties. They'd have the red, white, and blue cake, and she would hope that the good guys won.
Can you imagine the good guys? Can you imagine if election parties would have been a thing in 2020?
Oh, boy.
Things could have gotten out of hand.
They sure could have. Yeah.
Would have. For sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously the politics didn't stick with me, but know what the parties were about. But Maine's pretty blue. But the area that they were, it was pretty red. So.
Yeah. Maine is blue, but there's a large swaths of the parts of Maine that are blue are Bangor, Maine, and Augusta, Maine. But everything else is going to be pretty red.
Nah, Bahaba ain't having it.
Bahaba, no.
Bahaba.
But like Missouri, like Kansas City, Missouri, and St. Louis, Missouri, blue. The middle of the state, all red. Yeah. It's just how it works.
It's fascinating.
Fascinating stuff. Politics talk here on Take the Day Off.
That's exactly right. We did, everybody. Congratulations. We're going to be back tomorrow with this one. Which hero do you think
Which
superhero do you think is underrated and why? Underrated.
Okay.
I think this is going to get good. I think
it's going to be a fun
one. We're going to be back tomorrow. Until then, we'll leave you with a haiku. I wonder whom from, and we'll see you then. Until then, take the day off. Jerry, 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Jerry Berry. and I'm here to read you a Take the Day Off haiku. They're specially made just for you. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Here we go. That's my time, everybody. We'll see you next week. Jerry's out.
We'll be back tomorrow, Jerry.
Next week. Hug your mom and pa.